Okay, so everyone should know who that is. If not, I'm going to tell you, that's Def Leppard. I'm going to do my tribute speech on them because Def Leppard has been there, like my aunt introduced me to Def Leppard when I was like this big. Like, I've always listened to them, and when I think of them, kind of think of childhood, but at the same time I think of awesome. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about them, and then yeah, I'm going to tribute. They were an English rock band. They got together in 1977, and it was kind of the new wave British heavy metal movement is what they were considered. They were a big part of that, but since then they have clearly been awesome. So let's see, the lead singer was Joe Elliott. Rick Savage played bass. Rick Allen did the drums, and he actually lost his arm in a car accident after they had been together for a while, and he kind of revamped his drums so that he could play with one arm and his legs. So he stayed strong through that and didn't give up his dream, and still to this day is a drummer in Def Leppard. Phil Collen and Vivian Campbell were guitar players. Let's see. They did their strongest from the 80s to 90s. That's when they were the biggest. 80s hair band, woohoo kind of thing, big, fluffy, crazy. In 1982, they had a song called "Bring It On a Heartbreak." It was one of the first rock videos that was ever put on MTV. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. In 2009, Hysteria, the CD album, it was a 12-time platinum sales in the U.S., and they've sold more than 20 million copies worldwide. That's a pretty big accomplishment. I don't know, pretty great in my opinion. If you can't tell, I'm biased though, because tributing to them, because they've done a number in my life. I went through a hard time for a while, and all I ever did was listen to like Def Leppard and Journey, and Def Leppard's my favorite, clearly. Some of their top songs were Love Bites, Hysteria, Animal, Pour Some Sugar on Me. Most of you probably know that one. Two Steps Behind, Let's Get Rocked. Those are kind of the mainstream ones. They're world's best-selling music artists. So that's pretty good. Out of the whole world, you're the world's best. They've sold over 100 million records worldwide. There's one in only 5 bands with 2 original studio albums, and those other bands are the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, and Van Halen. So they're way up there with those. I'm sure all of you know who they are too. So it's pretty awesome. Let's see, on VH1's 100 Greatest Artists of Hard Rock, they were number 31, and on 100 Greatest Artists of All Time, they were number 70. So, I mean, you think about it, out of all of the bands out there, I mean, they got ranked in the top 100. It doesn't matter what number you are, in my opinion. If you're in there, you're pretty good. They got 2 American Music Awards in 1989, and they've been nominated for many others, MTV Awards and American Music Awards. I'm pretty much just doing this tribute because they're the band of my childhood. They have great music, and at the same time, there's nothing that compares to them, and nobody's been quite the same since, and no one will be. They're one-of-a-kind sound, and they've made many accomplishments in their time, and they're still doing things to this day. So rock on, Def Leppard. That's my tribute speech.